Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon, please. If you can hear me, let me know in the comment section, please. Good afternoon. Please let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. And if you can see my screen as well. Good afternoon, please let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. Okay, yes, I can hear you. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so good afternoon once again. If you are meeting me for the first time, my name is Frank. Welcome to Driving School Tutorial. So today we are going to answer some questions together regarding this patente B. As usual, I'm going to display the questions. If you believe that the answer to the question is vero, you comment vero in the comment section, and if you believe is falso, let us know at the comment section. And at the end of the day, we always do the explanations to see why the answer should be or could be vero or why it could be falso. So thank you for being here. Please don't forget to make sure you like this video, share it with your friends, invite somebody to join so that you can also use that to encourage me. I appreciate you as you do so. Let us move on with the first question. It says, il panello in figura segnala carichi indivisibili che sporgono dalla parte posteriore destra. What is our response to the question? Vero or falso? Yes or no? True or false? Sorry. He said, il pannello in figura segnala carichi indivisibili che sporgono dalla parte posteriore destra. What is our response to the question? Il pannello in figura, il pannello in figura segnala carichi indivisibili che sporgono dalla parte posteriore destra. Okay, so this panel here, this is a panel because the question is telling us that this panel here indicates loads that cannot be divided. For example, when you are carrying maybe a long pipe or others, those loads that you cannot cut into, you cannot divide them into parts. So whenever they point out of the vehicle, you need a panel to signal those kind of load. And this question is telling us that this is the panel that is showing us that the load is pointing out from the right part of the back of the vehicle, which is not true, because this panel here is a panel placed at the back of a slow-moving vehicle due to either construction site or maintenance of the road. You see it here. So when it's pointing towards this direction, it's telling you to overtake this vehicle to the left. You understand? So you overtake the vehicle to this side. And when it's pointing to the right side, it means that it's telling you that you should overtake this vehicle from the right side. So the arrow is pointing towards the side that you can overtake the vehicle from, whereas the red and white is telling you that this vehicle is in a slow movement, or it could be parked due to maintenance of the road, or maybe work in progress. So the answer is false to this question, because at the end of the day, when you are having a load that you cannot divide, that is pointing out at the back of the vehicle, you apply this panel and not that other one. And that is why the answer is false. Let's look at it again. It said, il panello in figura segnala carichi indivisibili che sporgono dalla parte posteriore destra. No, the answer is false. Let us look into the other question. Question number 2. It said, sulle autostrade e sulle strade extraurbane principali, per uscire dalla carreggiata, il conducente può immettersi nella corsia di decelerazione anche nel tratto successivo al suo inizio. What is our response? Question number 2. Sulle autostrade e sulle strade extraurbane principali, per uscire dalla carreggiata, il conducente può immettersi nella corsia di decelerazione anche nel suo tratto successivo al suo inizio. Question number 2. What is our response? Question number 2, please. I'm not seeing your response. Remember, if you don't understand any question, you're still free to let me know that you don't understand it, so that I will also know what to do. So, he said, sulle autostrade e sulle strade extraurbane principali, per uscire dalla carreggiata, il conducente può immettersi nella corsia di decelerazione anche nel tratto successivo al suo inizio. Okay, so the question is telling us that in a highway and extra-urban way, that in order to exit the carriageway, the driver can, place himself in the deceleration lane, even in the, that part of that stretch of road before the beginning of the deceleration lane, which is not true, because if you look at here, this is deceleration lane. You see, it starts from here. So if you're coming, you already got to this place, you can enter from here. Now, you cannot, start before. You cannot enter the deceleration lane from here. You understand? You can only enter it from where it becomes broken, from the beginning of it. You understand? The same thing, when you go a little bit front, you see the continuation of the continuous line. You cannot enter from here. You cannot enter from here. You need to enter from initio. You understand? And also where it's broken, not before the initio. You understand? A tratto before the initio. So the answer is falso. Sulle autostrade, sulle strade stradali principali, per uscire dalla carreggiata, il conducente può immettersi nella corsia di decelerazione, anche nel tratto successivo al suo inizio. No, the answer is falso. Please remember, if there is anything you don't understand, you are free to ask question. That is why we are here, regarding the words whatsoever, maybe the not understanding the question. Just I will always try my best to make sure I explain deeper to your understanding. So don't keep quiet, please. It is very important. That is why we're here. Number 3, he said, nell'area di servizio o di parcheggio delle autostrade e in ogni altra appartenenza autostradale è possibile svolgere attività commerciali solo se autorizzate dall'ente proprietario della strada. Vero o falso? True or false? Nelle aree di servizio o di parcheggio dell'autostrada e in ogni altra appartenenza autostradale è possibile svolgere attività commerciali solo se autorizzate dall'ente proprietario della strada. Okay, so yes. You see, autostrada, this is area di servizio. Sometimes you see McDonald's, you see restaurant, you see bars, you see all kind of things inside. And don't forget, the whole of this place is still part of autostrada. Therefore, it is true that in order to carry out the activities of buying and selling in autostrada, you must have the approval from the owner of the autostrada. You understand? You must. So you cannot just wake up and say you want to go and sell in autostrada. No, you must have the approval, and that is why if you watch in autostrada, you only have all this area di servizio, which they are authorized by the owner of autostrada to carry out these activities. Because if you watch here now, you see all these places, they are still the property of autostrada. So you cannot just wake up and say you want to go and start selling, carrying out buying and selling activities without seeking for the proper authorization from the owner of the road. So the answer is vero. Nelle aree di servizio o di parcheggio delle autostrade e in ogni altra appartenenza autostradali è possibile svolgere attività commerciali solo se autorizzate dall'ente proprietario della strada. The answer is vero. You can only carry out buying and selling of goods in autostrada only if you have the authorization from the owner of the autostrada. Okay, question number 4. It said, nel caso di intersezioni a distanza inferiore a 50 metri, il segnale mobile triangolare di pericolo deve essere posto dietro al veicolo nella posizione più idonea ad essere avvistato. E se nel caso di intersezioni a distanza inferiore a 50 metri, nel caso di intersezioni a distanza inferiore a 50 metri, il segnale mobile triangolare di pericolo deve essere posto dietro al veicolo nella posizione più idonea ad essere avvistato. So, what is our response to this question? Please do me a favor by liking and sharing this video, inviting somebody to join. I appreciate you as you do so, because that is a way for you also to encourage me, and I appreciate you for that. Thank you. So the question is telling us that in the case of intersection whereby the distance is inferior to 50 meters, that the danger warning triangle sign should be placed at the back of the vehicle in a position whereby it can easily be seen, which is true, because don't forget that they told us that if your vehicle is faulty, that you want to place this triangle sign, you must make sure you place it 50 meters from the vehicle, and it must be in a way that it can be seen from 100 meters by the drivers that are using that road. So you place it 50 meters from the vehicle and 100 meters in a way that it can easily be seen. You understand? So in that case, here they are telling us in a situation whereby maybe, for example, your car is faulty, not too far from the intersection. This is an intersection, not too far from an intersection, and the distance between your vehicle and the intersection is not up to 50 meters. Then what do? It said in this case, what you need to do is to place the sign at the back of your vehicle. You understand? So you place it like this in a way that it can easily, in a better position. You understand? In a better position. Why did they use that word there? Better position. You can't go and place it here inside the bush or place it, at the middle of the road. You understand? So you place it in a way that it can easily be seen and also close to your vehicle. This is because the distance between your vehicle and the intersection is not up to 50 meters. Therefore, the answer is 0. Se nel caso di intersezioni a distanza inferiore a 50 metri, il segnale mobile triangolare di pericolo deve essere posto dietro a veicolo nella posizione più idonea ad essere avvistato. The answer is 0. Question number 5. Question number 5 is that in caso di sosta in un centro abitato, il conducente deve collocare il veicolo il più vicino possibile a margine destro della carreggiata, anche dove non esiste il marciapiede rialzato. What is our response to question number 5? In caso di sosta in un centro abitato, il conducente deve collocare il veicolo il più vicino possibile al margine destro della carreggiata, anche dove non esiste il marciapiedi rialzato. What is our response to question number 5? I'm still waiting. I'm not seeing any response for question number 5. Are we finding it difficult to answer? Are we finding it difficult to respond to question number 5? Question number 5. Question number 5. I'm going to be patient with you so that you can answer it calmly. In caso di sosta in un centro abitato, il conducente deve collocare il veicolo il più vicino possibile al margine destro della carreggiata, anche dove non esiste il marciapiedi rialzato. Okay, no time to waste. Number 5, it said in caso di sosta in un centro abitato, which is in the case of parking inside inhabited area. Il conducente deve collocare il veicolo il più vicino possibile al margine destro della carreggiata. That is, a driver must make sure he took his vehicle, close to the right part of the carriageway, as close as possible to the right part of the carriageway. Anche dove non esiste il marciapiede rialzato, even though there is no pedestrian, no raised pedestrian walk, which is not true. You know why? Now, look at it here. This is a raised pedestrian walk, marciapiede rialzato. This is it. A pedestrian walk where you see, it will be raised from the ground. So this is a place where you have, marciapiede rialzato. Remember, during the definition of carriageway, this marciapiede is not part of the carriageway. In that case, in this road now, carriageway ends, let's say, before the Banquina line, in where the Banquina line ends. So the quiz is telling you to park close to the right part of the carriageway as possible. Now, why is it FASO? Take note. It is also said that, you see, this is what quiz is telling you. Remember, carriageway in this kind of situation, and from here to here. You understand? So this kind of parking is wrong. Why is it wrong? It is wrong because you see this one also is wrong. This one is even having marciapiede. But why is it wrong? Because look at this woman here who is pushing her baby, with a carrello or with the carriage. So the owner of the road don't want a situation like this because it is dangerous for pedestrians to be walking in the middle of the carriageway. And that is why you see we have a Banquina, and also we have pedestrian walk that is reserved for Banquina, for pedestrians to walk, you understand? But inside inhabited area where you have the pedestrian walk, which is marciapiede, that is where pedestrians walk. So the owner of the road don't want a situation like this. That is why they told us that if you want to park in a place where there is no raised pedestrian walk, you need to leave at least 1 meter between your vehicle and the part of the road. This is to allow this same pedestrian, for example, in the case of that woman there, if she was having a space like this, then she will have to push her carrello in this kind of space instead of going, to the middle of the road. So it is not true that when you want to park inside the inhabited area where you don't have the raised pedestrian walk, that you need to shift your vehicle as close to, the side of the road as possible. It is not true. You need to leave at least a distance that is not inferior to 1 meter. So the answer is false. Please, you can always ask anything you don't know. Please, it is very important. Question number 6. Question number 6 says, durante la sosta il conducente deve adottare accorgimenti atti a garantire l'immobilità del veicolo indipendentemente dal grado di pendenza della strada. What is our response to this question? Number 6. Durante la sosta, il conducente deve adottare accorgimenti atti a garantire l'immobilità del veicolo indipendentemente dal grado di pendenza della strada. Question number 6. What is our response to question number 6? It seems this question number 6 is strong. But please, I will always advise you to, take note of all these questions, because you don't know the one that will complete your 27 questions over 30. So that is why you need to pay attention to them, because probably you might see this one as your first question on that day. You might also see it as the last question. You might see it in the middle. Regardless of where you see it or where you might see it, each questions, they are very important, because if you are able to, at the end of the day, we understand that, you just need to pass 27 out of 30. So you don't know that question that is going to make it 27. You understand? So that is it. Okay, it said, durante la sosta. So I think you have just confirmed that the question is a question with strong head. Is that what you mean? But yes, sir. Okay. It said, durante la sosta, il conducente deve adottare accorgimenti atti a garantire l'immobilità del veicolo indipendentemente dal grado di pendenza della strada. Now, what is this question telling us? Remember, you as a driver, after parking your car, you need to be sure that this car that you've parked, that the car will remain stationary in that place where you park it, which means that car must remain there without movement. And how do you do this? And that is why I think there is also, not that I think, there is also a question which says that whenever after parking your vehicle, that you must try to insert the prima gear or the reverse gear in order to enable the vehicle to remain in that particular place where you parked it. And the answer is there. Even for example, in a slope, you are also, asked to park your vehicle. After parking your vehicle, you turn the tires of vehicle towards the marciapiede. You understand? So that, because you must try everything possible to make sure that this vehicle did not roll out, it remains in a place where you park it. So take note. And this also, I will also tell our some of us who are preparing to write practical, you understand? The last exam you are going to face on that day of your practical, remember, because out of excitement, you might make all these mistakes. You understand? Remember, the examinatory is expecting you to watch your side mirror before you open the door. That is why, you must learn how to open the door with your right hand to enable you, because by doing so, you turn to watch your side mirror, before you open the door. So examinatory is expecting you to watch your side mirror before you open the door when you finish the practical. So the last tests that you're going to do, because out of excitement, you hear him or her asking you to see a finito, come down, you understand? Asking you to go outside a finito, because he or she want to see you pass this test that I'm explaining now. One, how are you going to open your door? Two, what do you do before you open your door? Remember, by the time you stop that your vehicle normally you stop at gear 2. Then make sure you take your gear to number 1. You take your gear to number 1. If you are using automatic for your exam, you see most of automatic, they have it like this, you understand? This is the gear. When you push it to P, this is parking, you understand? Then this is reverse, neutral, drive, and low. So what is important is for you push it to P. If it is this kind of button that you are having, look at where you are going to press it there. You understand? You press that button, then the parking brake will be activated. You understand? So this one you push it to P. But if you look at this vehicle, you see you have P. Look at it here. This one you have P and freno a mano. But in this case, you are having freno a mano difference, which is the handbrake difference. So when you push this one to P, remember to activate this one also. You press it inside, just as this one also. You press, you see the way this guy is pressing this one, you press it inside and you drag it, you understand? Sorry, this is how to release it, you understand? This is how to release it when you want to release it. But when you want to activate it, it's just for you to, to drag it up, you understand? You drag it from here, you drag it up, and the handbrake will be activated. So this is what you must do before you come down from your car on that day after your practical exam. So please take note. Whenever you park your car, you must carry out all the necessary measure, everything possible to make sure that the car that you park in that place remains there. That is why the question number 6 said, durante la sosta il conducente deve adottare accorgimenti atti a garantire l'immobilità del veicolo, indipendentemente dal grado di pendenza della strada. So whether you are parking in a hill, in a slope, wherever, in a road that is flat, please remember to make sure you drag the handbrake to make sure that vehicle remain where you park it. So the answer is zero to question number 6. Question number 7, it said, nei centri abitati la fermata e la sosta sono vietati, nei centri abitati la fermata e la sosta sono vietate in corrispondenza delle aree di intersezioni e in prossimità di esse a meno di 5 metri, salvo diversa segnalazione. Okay, so please don't forget to ask question, as I said, regarding anything you don't understand. So, number 7, once again, nei centri abitati la fermata e la sosta sono vietate in corrispondenza delle aree di intersezioni e in prossimità di esse, a meno di 5 metri, salvo diverse segnalazioni. What is our response? Question number 7. Question number 7. What is our response? Nei centri abitati la fermata e la sosta sono vietate in corrispondenza delle aree di intersezione e in prossimità di esse, a meno di 5 metri, salvo diverse segnalazioni. Okay, so question number 7. What is this question telling us? It's telling us that inside inhabited area, stopping and parking are prohibited in intersection, in correspondence to intersection and also next to intersection. If the parking is done, let me say 5 meters, yes, 5 meters, sorry, less than 5 meters from the intersection, unless there is a sign that says otherwise. And it is true, you understand? Because se nei centri abitati la fermata e la sosta sono vietate in corrispondenza nelle aree di intersezione. It's not telling us that, inside city sosta and fermata is vietata. It's telling us in correspondence and in proximity to intersection. If you are going to park, just for example, in this case of this vehicle, is this place from here to here, is it up to 5 meters? And if it is not up to 5 meters, vigilante can come here and give this vehicle, the driver of this vehicle, fine, and also tow this vehicle away, because you are supposed to respect at least 5 meters from this junction before you park, you understand? So in this case, this kind of parking is prohibited. You understand? So it is prohibited. The answer is vero. Nei centri abitati la fermata e la sosta sono vietate in corrispondenza delle aree di intersezione o in prossimità di esse, a meno di 15 metri, salvo diverse segnalazioni. The answer is vero. Please take note. If you go somewhere, maybe, yes, you are finding it difficult to find a place to park. Be very careful. You might end up, going to look for where your vehicle is in a city. Maybe you don't know, a city you're not familiar with, because some busy cities, before you know what, they'll just tow the vehicle away. Then you have to go and be calling all, a centro deposito to know if your vehicle is there or not. So I would suggest that you, even if it take you time to, let me say, have a 5 minutes trek, it is better if you have a place that is, that is better for you to park. 5 minutes trek is better than for you to be maybe, because at the end of the 5 minutes will not be enough for you to even call all the centro deposito in that city. So take note of that one. The answer is vero. It is prohibited for you to park less than 5 meters next to a junction. So the answer is vero. Question number 8, and this number 8 happens to be our last question for today before we call it a day. It said, si può circolare con un autoveicolo in cui mancano temporaneamente gli specchi retrovisori, purché a velocità non superiore a 50 km/h e tenendo in azione la segnalazione luminosa di pericolo. Si può circolare con un'auto veicolo in cui mancano temporaneamente gli specchi retrovisori, purché a velocità non superiore a 50 km/h e tenendo in azione la segnalazione luminosa di pericolo. What is our response to question number 8? Our last question for today. Si può circolare con un autoveicolo in cui mancano temporaneamente gli specchi retrovisori, purché a velocità non superiore a 50 km/h e tenendo in azione le segnalazioni luminose di pericolo. Okay, so the question is telling us that you can circulate with a vehicle, or let me say auto vehicle, motor vehicle, in which the side mirror is temporarily not in place, as long as you are moving in a velocity that is not more than 50 kilometers per hour, by keeping the double indicator, which is the double trafficator, on, which is not true, because remember, for your vehicle to circulate, there is what they call a roadworthiness, which is also known as a revisione or review of your vehicle. So though this is done after every 2 years, successively after you have done the first one after every 4 years. So if your vehicle is having maybe crack in any of the mirror, the revisione people, or yes, the people that are carrying out that roadworthiness test, they will tell you that your vehicle is not worthy to circulate on the road. So what you need to do is to fix it. But let's, for example, if it happened between this period, you just wake up and the mirror of your vehicle is broken. If you are caught, Vigili can give you a fine for that, because you are taking the risk of involving yourself in accident. Remember, the side mirror is always needed whenever you want to overtake, change lane, change direction, and the rest, because it enables you to see what is happening behind you. So it is not true that you can use a vehicle, or you can circulate with a vehicle that is not having temporarily the side mirrors, as long as you are not moving in a velocity exceeding 50 kilometers per hour, by keeping the double indicator active. So the answer is falso. Si può circolare con un autoveicolo in cui mancano temporaneamente gli specchi retrovisori, purché a velocità non superiore a 50 km/h e tenendo in azione la segnalazione luminosa di pericolo. No, the answer is falso. So guys, this is where we are going to leave it for today. I don't know if you're having any question to ask. Are you having any question to ask? Please, let's just use 1 minute or 2 minutes to see if we are having question in the comment section, so that we can respond to them. Please, as I always tell us, we need to pay attention over the words that they are using, that is one of the things that is making it difficult for us to understand most of these questions. Any question? Any question? Any question? Have a few seconds. Thank you too, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. As I told us the other time, I will always try to make sure I keep it to every 1 o'clock. Maybe it's going to be a few minutes past 1 or a few minutes to 1, but I must try to keep that range so that we can also be able to keep our schedule, because yes, it's Saturday. We also have every other things that we are going to do, especially family activities and the rest. So I will always try my best to keep it at that time, but sometimes it's not easy for me as well, but I will try. You also try also to encourage me to join on time so that we can, because through this, we can always have time to see some different questions, because there are some questions out there which I've prepared already. We are not going to do everything once, which I believe they are going to help us, you understand? So this is the only way we can do that. So we're not having any question in the comment section. I appreciate you for your time, for being here. See you next Saturday, if nothing change. But if anything change, I will always try to communicate us. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful day.